Yo, what is going on, my YouTube people? 29United, aka Arya, back at it again with another YouTube video. In today's video, after a very long time, I'm bringing back the unpopular football Twitter opinion series. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to some of your unpopular opinions, and I'm going to be basically answering them. Before I do answer these unpopular opinions, if you guys have yet to subscribe to the channel, please make sure to do so. I'm very close to 3,000 subscribers, so if you guys are new, smash that subscribe button, smash that like button as well. And if you guys are looking for some mystery jerseys, go to mysticjerseys.com and use code 29United for 15% off your order. So now that that's out of the way, let's get on with these unpopular opinions. Now, before I do get into these opinions, I have to say, these are all my opinions. So if you disagree, agree, whatever, let me know down in the comment section down below or on Twitter, and I'll be more than happy to look at your opinions. So the first one comes from @MunichTimes, and he says Haaland is overrated and won't ever become as good as Lewandowski. I agree and I disagree. I mean, he's not overrated. Let's put that. He's not overrated. He's very good. However, I do agree that I don't think he's going to become as good as Lewandowski. Obviously, you've got to realize Haaland has done more than Lewandowski has when he was younger, but Lewandowski's been very good later in his career now. Whether Haaland can do that is more of a what-if question. So it's not really a question that I can answer. It's mostly a question that it's just we're all going to have to see in the future. The next opinion comes from @CFCRui, and he says Joshua Kimmich is one of the best midfielders in the world. I don't think that's unpopular. I think basically the whole football world believes that. I don't think he's one of the best. In my personal opinion, I think he's been the best, or the second best. Some people are going to say Kante has been better. I think Kimmich has been the best for sure, but some people are going to say Kante. So it's between him and Kante, really. Both of them have been insane this season, but it's not really unpopular. I think everyone definitely agrees with that. This one comes from @DrippyMUFC, and he says, on his day, Jesse Lingard is a better player than Gundogan or Hakim Ziyech will ever be. Now, will ever be is a little debatable, but on his day, he can definitely be a better player than Gundogan or Ziyech. Ziyech is a player that I do rate a lot. I think he's very good. I don't think he should have come to Chelsea, to be completely honest. If they bought Havertz, and obviously they have Mount, I don't think Ziyech is really going to play that much with Chelsea anyways. I know he's a big time player. That's what's good with him. He's very good in big games, so maybe that's the reason why they bought them. I agree with your opinion, but that opinion can also be applied to basically any player. The next opinion comes from @F1Ms. She says Chelsea ruins everyone. Havertz, Pulisic, and Ziyech as an example. I have to disagree. They don't ruin players, but it's true that Ziyech and Havertz have had very slow seasons, but that doesn't necessarily mean they've been ruined. I guess if it was under Lampard, maybe. Not under Tuchel. Definitely not under Thomas Tuchel. But under Frank Lampard, then you would have probably been correct. The next one comes from @Migas1893, who says Prime Pepe is a top 10 center back in the last 20 years. Top 10? I'll give it to you. Maybe you can stretch him in there. And in the last 20 years, however, that's a little debatable. If it was in the last 10 years, then I would maybe give it to you. 20, I don't think so. But Pepe is a very underrated defender in my opinion. I think he's been a big part in Porto's journey in the Champions League. He's been very solid against Juventus as well. He's a player that obviously gets very emotional in games. He gets mad a lot. I think if it wasn't for that, I think he would have been a very good defender. The next one comes from @Visionary DOU. I don't know if I should pronounce the DOU and say Visionary Do. If it's that, then it's that. Who says Ramos peak isn't even a top 10 prime center back, so overrated. Moving on to the next one, because if you genuinely believe that, then you're delusional. Next one comes from _CFC_Luke, who says Havertz is way too arrogant in front of goal. It's not wrong. I wouldn't say arrogant, but you can definitely see that striker is not his natural position. That's something that you can take away from his game. He is not a natural striker, so you can kind of understand him choking in front of the net in one-on-one situations, such as the shot he did against Arsenal. You can quite clearly see, although it is a chance that he should have scored, but you can quite clearly see that he is not a natural striker. Which is what he needs to improve on. The next one comes from @UnitedZiga_, who says Sancho is better than Lewandowski. That is one of the worst opinions I've ever seen in my whole entire life. This one is a very interesting one. It comes from at La Puglia Things, who says Ronaldo R9 is the best Ronaldo ever. So basically you're trying to say that he's better than Cristiano Ronaldo. Now I have to say, first of all, I disagree. Cristiano Ronaldo is better. But if it wasn't for Ronaldo's injury, R9, then he could have gone ahead and be one of the best players in the world, if not the best player in the world. R9, prime R9, was incredible, unstoppable. But I wouldn't say he's better than Cristiano Ronaldo career-wise, simply because of his injuries. So I disagree. The next one comes from at United Steve _, who says Aaron Wan-Bissaka is the best right back in the Premier League. And bro, listen, I rate him a lot, but he's not. He's not the best right back in the Prem. I'm not gonna see who it is because I don't want to spark any debates in the comments, but he's not. It's not Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The next one comes from at Nikoro. I'm sorry, I can't read that name. I apologize. Whatever that says. Luis Suarez is the best striker of all time. Moving on. At Jama United, Minamino and Aria have never been seen in the same room. Listen, we gotta stop this Minamino thing. I do not look like Takumi Minamino. Number one, we don't even come from the same country. Number two, I am better than him in football. That's just how it is. I am the greatest player in the world. So stop comparing me with Takumi Minamino, because I do not look like him. I am too good. And yeah, thank you for that. At VintageVilla _ says Aston Villa, Everton, and Leicester City are all bigger clubs than Tottenham. Maybe in popularity I wouldn't say so, but historically, definitely, for sure. That's not even a debate, and I think even Spurs fans themselves can admit that. So yeah. Now here's one take that sparked massive debates under it. 15 replies at the time of recording. Bad Chelsea Takes says Mason Mount needs to go in order for Havertz / Timo Werner to shine. And he said, muting this, please feature me. I will. Listen, you are right. A lot of people are going to disagree, but you are absolutely correct. Mount has taken a lot of space in the Chelsea team. Obviously, this isn't something that's going to happen, so it's not like me saying that he has to get out, that he is going to get out. Mount is obviously going to stay at Chelsea for probably longer than Havertz, if I'm being honest. And however, if Havertz wants to be at his best, he needs more space, and Mount isn't giving him that space, right? Let's be honest. However, for Timo Werner, I don't think it's really Mason Mount's fault. Werner he has his own problems. Finishing is not really there. I don't think I would necessarily put that on Mason Mount. But for Havertz, definitely, if you want Havertz to be at his best, you have to leave him alone. And it's not going to work with Mason Mount. And at Leverkusen, Havertz was the main man. He was the main midfielder, and he was doing everything by himself, and it was working quite well. At Chelsea, he doesn't have that freedom anymore because Mason Mount is there. There's also Hakim Ziyech, but Ziyech comes in as a sub and stuff, so it doesn't really affect Havertz as much as Mason Mount does. And also under Lampard, Havertz was playing as a CDM, and Mount was playing at his natural position. So you can definitely see Havertz kind of, I wouldn't say ruined, but Mason Mount playing more than Havertz definitely affects Havertz's ability. Now the last unpopular opinion comes from, again, GPM UFC. And he says, Mehdi Taremi or Serdar Azmoun would start for Arsenal. That is 100% facts. The best opinion I've ever seen in my life. That is just facts. If you disagree, you're delusional, and you should change sports. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I apologize if I couldn't include your opinion in the video. There's always next time. So if you guys have enjoyed today's video, please make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.